Hey, I'm back. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully my voice is a little bit better than it was before. Okay, here we go. So the slope-intercept form of a line. Now, this particular equation is called slope of a line, or slope-intercept form, sorry. So this y represents an actual part of a coordinate, like your x and your y coordinate. This is the y of that. This is the x of that of that same order pair or that coordinate. The m represents the slope, which is what we've talked about previously, and this letter b represents your y-intercept. Okay, something a little different than we've heard before. The y-intercept simply means that that's where the line crosses on the y-axis. Okay, so where the line crosses on the y-axis. All right. So with that being said, they want us to graph this line, and all we need is the slope. All right, and the y-intercept. Remember, the slope has to be a ratio. Going to go up 4 to the right 1. The y-intercept is where we're going to start. It's our starting location, 0, -3. Okay. So the first part is that we're going to do our location, which is 0, -3. Then we're going to go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and to the right 1. And then we're going to connect the dot. Positive slope. Not a great line, but it's a positive slope. All right, then we go to the next the next question, and the slope is 1.5. The slope is 1/2. The y-intercept is 0. Why is that? Because there's nothing there, so it's 0. So my y-intercept is going to be 0. Then I'm going to go up 1. It's supposed to be an arrow. And then to the right 2. So I'm going to go up 1 and to the right 2. And as you can see, there's another positive slope. All right? And that's how you graph those two. Now on the third one, it's not written in the slope-intercept form. So we have to write it to where it is in the slope-intercept form. And that means that the y has to be by itself. So we're going to start with subtraction property of equality. We are subtracting 7x from both sides because that's the only way we can get the y by itself. Now this -7x is not being subtracted from the 12. Why? Because they are not like terms. So this cancels out. I'm left with -4y equals -7x plus 12. The reason why I put the -7x here is because in my formula, the slope and the x has to go first. So here, to get y by itself, I'm going to divide each term by 4. Or sorry, -4. So y equals 7/4x minus 3. So my slope is 7/4, and my y-intercept is 0, -3. So on my graph, I can say here is 0, -3, and then I'm going to go up 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then to the right 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And then I can connect those dots as best I can. And as you can see, it's a positive slope. My line's a positive slope. If it's not, then that means it's incorrect. All right. So moving on to a little more challenging part of the lesson. Okay. Probably need to invest in one of those graphing boards. So now what we're going to talk about is are the two equations, are they parallel or perpendicular? Okay. And so on this first side, on this left side, I'm going to do the problem of, let's see if they have it. 2x -3. Okay, so then the other point, or the other equation is y equals 2/3 x minus 5. Okay, this one's already in slope-intercept formula because it's already solved for y. This one we have to make it solve for y. All right, we subtract the 2x from both sides. We end up with -3y equals -2x minus 3. Then we divide all sides by -3. This reduces to 1. Negative divided by a negative is a positive, so that's 2/3 x. Negative divided by negative is a positive. Okay, so what you see is that to find out if they're parallel or perpendicular, you have to pay attention to the slopes. And both of the slopes are the same, so therefore they're parallel. So same slopes equal parallel lines. All right, so if I started at -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I start here and go up 1, 2, right? I go up 1, 2, and then to the right 3, 1, 2, 3. That's a line. And then I do this one, which is a +1, and I go up 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. And you see they're parallel lines. Okay. All right. Then we're going to look and see if they are, how do we know if they're perpendicular? So we have to make sure that it's in, to find out what the slopes are, we have to put them in slope-intercept form. So we're looking to get y by itself. That's pretty easy right there. Okay. That's y equals -2x plus 4, right? The slope is -2. We're going to subtract x from both sides here. We end up with -2y equals -x plus 6. Divide both sides by -2. That's y equals, and this is a -1 right there, -1 and -2 give us a positive 1/2. And then that's minus, sorry, I should have brought this over here. Oh no, I did that right. And then this is -3. my slope, my slope here is 1 over 2. Now, if I multiply 2 times 1 over 2, what would I get? Well, half of 2 is 1. Half of 2 negatives is negative 1. So these are perpendicular lines. Perpendicular lines is when slopes multiply, or I put it like this, product of slopes equal negative 1. Okay? And they're perpendicular lines. I can also graph them for you so you can see it a little better maybe. The y-intercept here is 4. So it's 4. And then this is negative 2, 1. So I go down 2, 1, 2, and to the right 1. And on this one I start at negative 3. Is that right? Start at negative 3. Oh, that's so bad. I start at positive 4, and then I go down 1, 2, and to the right 1, and then here, and so then I go negative 3, and go up 1 to the right 2. And so at some point they're going to cross and make an intersection. So that's a perpendicular line. And so there you have the slope-intercept form being able to show you how to put it on a graph, how to write the equation and put it on a graph, how to change the formula that is not written in Y form in the beginning to where it is in slope-intercept formula, then finding the slope, then finding the y-intercept, and then plotting it on the graph. Okay, we did that, as well as finding out what's parallel lines, or are the equations parallel to one another. The slopes are the same. If it's perpendicular lines, then when you multiply the two slopes, it equals negative 1. No, that was a lot. Run it back, look at it again, tell me what I missed, what I messed up on, and I would be glad to fix that for you. All right, this is Mr. Glenn signing off from Driving Math. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that. You have a great day. By the way, don't forget to subscribe, to comment, to hit the notification button. Share this video with some of your classmates or your friends or your family members. All right, you have a good one. Bye.